The early years of the 20th century had seen the north of Spain produce some of the world's greatest painters. But at the centre of that movement, there'd always been the phenomenal architecture of Gaudí. And now, at the start of the 21st century, I think it's architecture once again that holds the key to the future of Spanish art. Santiago Calatrava is at the forefront of the new wave of Spanish architects taking the nation forward. The building that really sums up his approach is a winery that lies in the Rioja region. To my mind, this is the perfect end to a journey that's taken me through more than 1,000 years of Spanish art. Because while Calatrava's created a building that looks totally modern, it's also steeped in tradition. I think this building's an absolute knockout, and what I love about it is the way in which it seems to contain so much of Spain's cultural past. Yes, it's a masterpiece of modern architecture, like a great abstract sculpture erected in the landscape, and there's even a specific reference to modernism in the shape of these Gaudí tiles. But I also think it's extremely Moorish. Look at the way he's used water and reflections. That's very Arab, and in fact, you can see the whole structure as a kind of arabesque drawn in the air. It reminds me of Islamic calligraphy. And look at this. It's the prow of a ship. Looking at that, I feel like I'm in the presence of the ghosts of the Armada, the conquistadors, Christopher Columbus. There's so much of Spanish history in this one building. And yet, he hasn't left all that history safely in the past. He's taken it and he's sailing off into the future. The double helix shape of the building puts me in mind of DNA, and I think Calatrava's saying some pretty interesting things about what it can mean to be Spanish. He's saying, yes, I've got Arab Moorish ancestry, I'm a little bit Catalonian, I've been Catholic. But he's also saying that you can put all those things together and they don't necessarily have to be in conflict. The long, bloody history of Spain is one in which these different elements of the national character have forever been in conflict. North versus South, Arab versus Christian, nationalist versus Republican. But now I think there's this new spirit of inclusiveness, and it's absolutely summed up by this building. He's saying that we can accept our differences and we can use them. And from that, there's this extraordinary new sense of possibility.